What's going on, fam? Happy New Year. Happy New Now 2024. We're in the mix. I'm excited. I hope you are too. I'm excited for many reasons because the end of 2023, we launched a podcast called Creator Factor, which, by the way, you can find on this channel. And it was amazing. We got over 5,000 downloads. The YouTube channel is kickstarted again. And one of the goals that I have, I'm not a big New Year resolution type of guy, but one of my goals for this year and onward is to dedicate myself to creating content on YouTube again. I fell off the rails a bit, but I'm back. I'm back and I'm excited. I'm motivated. I'm inspired. And I'm here to share with you my first video of 2024. So thank you for checking out the YouTube channel. If you are a loyal follower of the channel, thank you so much. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're going to be on weekly in addition to the podcast, which I'll have some news on that pretty soon. But we're going to be doing weekly content. And if you're new to the YouTube channel, if you are a creative solopreneur looking to build your brand and business online through content marketing, through video podcast, through audio podcast, through just the personal mindset, we're going to talk a little bit about that as well, because I think that's important, super important. We're going to be digging into those topics. So thank you very much for checking it out. All right. So today I'm going to share with you, since it's a new year, y'all, it's a new year. And, it's time for us to talk about some of the things that I see, some trends, some predictions in 2024. Now, I've been in this space for, close to a decade now. So I've seen the trend go from audio only to explaining what a podcast was, how to listen to a podcast on a phone, to now everybody and their mama having a podcast, from celebrities to B2B companies, corporate companies, to small business owners. We're seeing podcasting becoming a thing, and it's a growing trend. And now, of course, with YouTube playing in the sandbox even more, I believe that we're going to be seeing a lot more podcasting. But I digress. Let me backtrack a little bit, because we're going to talk about that in a bit. Let me talk about some stats here before we kind of dig into my 6 podcast predictions for 2024 for you to be looking out for. Just some stats here. Check this out. Over 5 million podcasts globally, with over 7 million episodes between them. So there's 5 million podcasts. Now we can make an argument about how many of those are active, but let's say, for just being general, 5 million podcasts out there. Pretty amazing to see it grow. There are 464.7 million podcast listeners globally, y'all. It's international as of December 2023. And this number is predicted to reach 504.9 million by the end of 2024. All right. So let that land. A lot of listenership coming into the space. And in the US, we do have the most podcast listeners in the world. It's predicted that there are over 100 million active listeners in the US alone. The podcast industry, money. There are, it's $1 billion industry, y'all. And how big? Well, we're talking about $23.56 billion. All right. A lot of ad spend is happening in the podcasting space for many reasons. And we'll talk about that soon. An average American, all right, listens to 8 podcasts every week. And of course, smart speaker sales increased by 22% during the pandemic. And it's one of the most popular channels for listening to podcasts now. And as those numbers increase, more listenership. And that's why these stats are showing and are very revealing regarding where the podcast is going towards. So wanted to share those numbers to kind of preface what I'm about to share with you. Now, let me dig into my 6 huge podcast predictions for 2024, my friend. All right. Prediction number one, the rise of live streaming in podcasting. Now, live streaming is nothing new. It's been part of our space for quite some time. There was a big boom during the pandemic, but I do believe that we're going to see a lot more content creators incorporating, experimenting with live streaming in 2024. It's something that I'm excited about, incorporating more live streaming on the YouTube channel and multicasting it on different platforms on Facebook and LinkedIn with softwares like StreamYard and Riverside.fm and other sources out there, software out there. You can do that. There's platforms like Instagram, okay, that has allowed live streaming by third parties. So now you can, before it was just only through your phone, but now you can actually live stream through your desktop or your laptop by using third party software. And that's exciting. So it's going to make it a lot easier to stream on IG. Twitch, TikTok, live streaming is hot. And again, this is not nothing new, but I do predict that we're going to be seeing a lot more live streaming in 2024. So for my content creators out there, get up on game, get on the live streaming game. I think there's a great, huge opportunity for those who are willing to step in. It's a different type of atmosphere. Some people get a little nervous. You may feel like, oh man, I don't know, all the imperfections and it's not perfect, but there's something that people are craving for. And I think this live stream element is going to be huge. And I think we're going to see more of it in 2024. So live streaming for sure. We're going to see a big, big emergence on that. The other thing is the second prediction that I have is the rise of video podcasting. I do feel like we're going to see a lot more, as I mentioned, a lot more video podcasting becoming a thing. YouTube is playing big. We're seeing a lot of celebrities incorporating video into their podcasting space. YouTube has an RSS feed where you can plug that in and connect that with your hosting service, so you'll be able to automatically, get your downloads or get your episodes into the YouTube channel. So because of this expansion on YouTube, I think we're going to see a big boom in the video podcasting space. So be on the lookout for that. And people say, is video going to replace audio? Is there room for audio? I'm here to let you know that yes, I think there's always going to be a space for audio storytelling only. I think that this is just going to blend and complement the audio component, the audio part of the podcast. So I'm excited. I think there's, more tools to use. Video marketing. Video has always been a powerful way to personalize and amplify your brand. And I do believe now with it merging with the podcasting space, I think it's only going to be more beneficial for content creators to use video podcasts, especially on YouTube, for discoverability, because audio is hard to scale. But now on YouTube, I think we're going to see more growth for podcasters in general. So that's my prediction, the growth of video podcasting. The next one is my prediction number 3 is I think we're going to see better analytics in marketing tools. I know with some of my clients, one of the biggest challenges has been, hey, what are we going to do with the analytics? Can it get better? Can we get more nuanced analytics? And I think we're going to see hosting companies upgrade these analytics for deeper insights for us content creators. So I think I'm really excited. I know there's the podcast advertising agency and a lot of AI companies. They're going to be incorporating more ways for us to get the analytics and insights and the metrics that we need. So I think that space is going to continue to grow, and I do feel like we're gonna see some waves in that in 2024. Prediction number 4 is I do feel, and this is me being a community builder, community leader. I organize local events, and I do feel like we're going to see more micro communities for podcasters. I do see growth in the micro event space. I've noticed it more and more. A lot of local meetups are emerging, and that excites me. I've been doing meetups for over a decade, but I have a meetup. Shout out to Pod Houston and Vid Houston here in Houston. And I've been doing them since 2016, 2017, I believe. And it's been going strong, great community. And I think we're going to see more leaders step into the space and have more, events. So be on the lookout for that. Prediction number 5 is, expect the unexpected, y'all. I think we're going to see, nonprofit and small business owners start podcasts. I really do. I feel like that we're going to see more Podcasts emerge in different sectors that you may not think. Your maybe your local barbershop, your nail salon. I think there's a lot of industries, coffee houses that can really incorporate content marketing in a fun and interactive way where they can attract some attention, and it'll be great for marketing. I think we're going to see definitely diverse industries getting to this space and incorporate podcasting as a unique way to market themselves. So expect the unexpected. I think we're going to see a lot of that in 2024. Prediction number 6, last but not least, the AI revolution, my friend. Yeah, the big A word. It's happening. It's here. It's been here for a minute, but now we're seeing more and more AI getting into this space, in the creator space, whether for video or for podcasting. It's I think it's going to play a very important role in 2024 in the content creation, for us to help with planning, post production. There's going to be a lot of emphasis on AI, and of course, there's talks about whether or not, because if it's unethical, and there's a lot of that as well. I will say this though. I will say that if you are, it's here. It's important for us podcasters, for content creators to learn and play, get familiar with these tools. I think there's a lot of good usage. I use AI for just brainstorming ideas, and it really helps me, especially if I feel like I'm going through a writer's block or really don't know how to, title. There's a lot of great tools out there, and I'll do more videos on some of the AI tools for us content creators, podcasters. But it's important for us to leverage it. But remember, AI can never replace your personal branded voice. So use it as a tool, but don't use it to replace who you are. Okay? Let me repeat that. Use it as a tool, but don't let AI replace who you are, because who you are as a creator is what makes us more attracted to you. Like, nobody can speak like you. Nobody could convey the message like you. Nobody has your vibe. And that's something that AI at this point can't replace. I'm pretty sure later down the line, and we're getting there sooner than later, where it'll be able to really get into your branded voice and create content that's tailored to your voice. But right now, it's getting there, but I think it's important for us to play with it, get familiar with it. It's here. It's going to help us. And I do feel like the AI revolution will continue to grow in 2024. All right. So that is it. I guess, my final words, podcasting is evolving. I'm excited more than ever. I think that's part of the reason why I've been re-inspired to kickstart this YouTube channel again, honestly, because, it's with live streaming coming into the space even more, AI, video content, community, it's gearing towards that. And I think this is a really exciting time to get into the podcasting space. I've been podcasting for, again, like I mentioned, close to a decade, but the video component I've played with it in the past, but now for some reason, maybe it's just YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Just changed the game for, I think, a lot of podcasters. And a lot of OGs will say, hey, let's keep it audio only. And sure, again, there's space for that. And I think audio is not going to go anywhere. I do believe that audio is the most intimate medium to cultivate, to nurture that relationship with your listener. No doubt about it. But I do feel like people like to see each other. This is more of a personalizing your brand. And I think video is very important, where I feel like audio has that intimacy, and people really get to really know who you are and trust who you are simply by just the sound of your voice. I encourage to embrace change. Storytelling will be storytelling, but connection, community, experimenting with different tools. Technology is constantly evolving every year. This landscape is changing. And as I mentioned with the stats that I shared with you earlier, like, podcasting is going to continue to evolve, and it's going to continue to grow globally. It's going to continue to grow in ways that we're going to see expansion on many levels. And it's exciting. It's really, really exciting to be in this space. So people say all the time, like, Ozeal, is it too crowded to be into the podcasting space? And my answer is no. Like, this is a great opportunity right now, like right now. Like, I'm seeing the internet recently being broken by video podcasts and interviews. So I think that this is a great opportunity to get in here. Remember, there's, I don't know the exact number, but there are over a billion YouTubers. And according to this one, according to the stats here, 5 million podcasts globally. Now, that's not to say active. So it's still a baby. Like, it's still a baby. So I'm excited to see how this podcasting space grows. And I think right now is the opportunity to really invest. And if you're serious about building a brand, now is the time. Now is the time. So I'm excited, y'all. Hopefully you got some value and kind of got some insights and some ideas in regards to some of these trends and predictions that I'm seeing in 2024. I started doing this last year and I really enjoyed it, sharing predictions. And there's an article out there on Medium. I'll make sure that I post it down below. And some of them actually, manifested. So I'm not saying I'm Nostradamus or anything, but I do feel like I try to keep my finger on the pulse. I do read, I do the research. I am a podcast consultant that loves this space. I'm a podcaster in addition to really understanding and looking at things that are going on in this space. And I do feel like I can bring some value in helping you with some of these trends to look out for. All right, and helping you in your creator journey. So that is it, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share it with a friend. Weekly, I'm going to be posting content on a weekly basis. The podcast will be launching next month. I'm rallying up some interviews now. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to be pumping out content. If you have any suggestions, anything that you would like for me to cover, listen, this is about community, connection, and I want to make sure that I create content that serves you on your journey. So if you have any ideas, feel free to comment down below. And thank you again for joining me, rejoining me if you've been a follower for quite some time on this journey. I'm excited to kind of kickstart and bring you on this journey and invite you to be on this journey because I'm still learning a lot about this video component. Obviously, I've done video before, and there was a lot of things that I learned, but I'm looking forward to really like leveling up on all aspects. So I'm excited. I'm really, really pumped up for 2024. So, and I'm really excited for you in your journey in 2024 as well. So that's it, my friend. Thanks again for checking it out. And we'll see you at the next video, y'all. Peace and one love.